Here we have a couple of questions, and we would like to be able to interact with these from within Node.js, right? So let's head over to our IDE and start seeing if we can interact with it. So the first step is that we need to declare schema and models from mongoose so that we can read and write these questions, right? So let's create a directory where we can work with questions. So let's create a file here that will allow us to implement the schema for questions. So this will be questions schema.server.js. And in here we'll need the mongoose library. So const mongoose require mongoose. And we'll implement the questions schema as a mongoose schema. And here we're going to just configure the structure of our question. So the structure is that it's going to have a title, which is going to be a string. It's going to have a type. Now the type is also going to be a string, but it has two possible values, true, false, or multiple choice. So to do that, it's not just a string, but it's an enumerated string, right? So to do that, what we could do is say that the type, the data type of the type, right, is that it is a string, but it's an enumeration. It's from an enumeration, meaning these are the only valid values for that string. It could be either true, false, or it could be a multiple choice. Okay, those are the only possible values. Okay. There's a couple other things. For instance, the title of the question, we could also give it a default value. Right? So by default, it will be empty. Or we can say, yeah, it's a string, but it has a default value of new question. So if you don't provide the value, it will use the default. Okay. What else we have here? We have the actual question. It's going to be a string. And the correct answer is also a string. Okay? All right, and it's going to be mapped to a collection called questions. So we need to configure that as well. So the collection is questions. Right? All right, so we're done. Let's export this. So module.exports is question schema. And now we can use this question schema elsewhere, maybe in a model or within a parent schema, right?